From a handheld sound grenade to a battery bank dressed up as a cassette, I'm about to show you a whole bunch of fantastic value tech, all of which is under $20. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So number one by the company LP is a 5-port headphone sharing adapter. You just plug this into your smartphone or MP3 player and all of a sudden you've got access to 5 headphones being able to share the same source. The build is surprisingly good considering its rock bottom price. It is made out of plastic, but the good news is we have gold plated connections. What that means is if you've got a higher grade pair of earphones or headphones, you're not going to be bottlenecked by the quality of connection. It does come with a cable already attached to it, which is the one that you'll be plugging into your phone. I wish it was a bit longer, but nonetheless it is pretty high quality. It does also come with a 3.5mm to 3.5mm cable, and all in all this is just a nice portable little gadget that you should probably take with you. So then for just over $2, this is a Fidget Cube. Now I know we've all heard about fidget spinners, but these ones here have kind of been a little bit overlooked. Now whilst they don't have the fancy spinning mechanic that you've seen on the fidget spinners, this one cube does have a whole bunch of different ways to fidget, all thrown into one little product. Now I have to say, they work to a mixed extent. Some of them are genuinely really satisfying. I really like the trigger one, I really like the little metal ball that's on there. Others don't work so well. I find the buttons a little bit too clicky, and a couple of the dials are a little bit hard to turn. All in all though, considering the price, it's a pretty nice novelty. So then, by the company Robocop, this is the original mini sound grenade. It is genuinely small enough to fit in the tiniest of pockets, and at the same time can provide a viable protection mechanism. If for example you're walking home alone and all of a sudden you start to feel very scared, pulling the trigger on this guy releases an ear-piercing sound. It's not enough to deafen you, so it's safe for you to use a couple of times, but it's enough to startle anyone who's not expecting it, and also enough to call for help. Whilst the entire build makes it look a little bit like a children's toy, it definitely isn't, and it does feel sturdy, and also comes with a little clip so you can attach it to a bag or a belt for easy access. To give you an idea, and this doesn't really do the product justice, but we'll try it from a close distance and a little bit further away. So then by the company Charged Power, we have the Mixtape battery bank. And it's a bit of an unusual one. I mean, we have 6,000 mAh of capacity, which by no means is huge, but what makes them more interesting is their design. These guys have faithfully recreated a traditional cassette player. Everything from the way the battery bank itself looks, to the traditional glass housing and the labels inside. And it's really quite a throwback. Whilst perhaps given the intention of the product you might expect the quality to be low, but the company has really pulled through. I mean, everything from the LED indicators to the plastic housing feels really sturdy and really high quality. On top of that, there's another thoughtful inclusion in the fact that it's got both a micro USB input as well as a lightning input. So whichever cable you're carrying around, whichever kind of phone you want to charge, it means that you don't need to carry 2 different cables. There's also 4 LED indicators and the little on button on the right there, all hidden into the design of a cassette. And it's also probably worth mentioning the cable. Whilst it is lacking in length, it's very compact and it's got this ribbon design which stops it tangling at all. So then we have the Ballz CX98 earphones, a pair of earphones known in particular for 4 things. Number 1, a really high quality, premium and good looking metal housing. You can keep these in while walking around and be rest assured that you're actually wearing a pretty cool pair of earphones. Secondly, the cable is really well done. It's braided, high quality, but unfortunately does have a bit of cable noise if you're walking. So on top of that, we've got some pretty unusual packaging. On one side you've got orange, and on the other side it's blue. It's not only eye-catching and unique, but it's also pretty functional. It's a hard case and it'll definitely protect them from drops. And last but not least, the sound is fantastic. For the price you pay, just over $17, you're getting fantastic instrumentals and plenty of bass. They're detailed too, and they don't need any external power, so you can plug them straight into your smartphone and get moving. So for anyone who owns a Nintendo Switch, you may have encountered a bit of a problem. Trying to hold one Joy-Con in one hand and actually play any game, it's a little bit cramped. So more or less a perfect solution for this are these little plastic molds here. What you do is slot the Joy-Cons in, very simple in and out procedure which doesn't damage them, and then automatically you can hold it like a controller. Now there is absolutely nothing high-tech going on here at all, it's simply just a mold with 2 trigger buttons, but nonetheless it vastly improves the gaming experience. And I mean, just as a demonstration of how generic this item is, and something I found quite funny was that the company couldn't seem to make up its mind about what the brand name was. It had one brand on the actual box, and then a sticker covering it with a different brand on it. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. That was best tech under $20, and I've got tons more videos like this, so if you did enjoy it, be sure to click the link, click the end screen, and you'll be able to see a whole bunch more. With that being said, I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.